Hey, real people! Welcome to the channel that helps you live a good life. But what really is a good life? What are we trying to help you with anyway? Notice we say a good life instead of saying the good life. That's because each of us defines a good life differently. What you may consider a good life may not be the same as what your friend thinks. So, what is a good life for you? For many people, amassing possessions and being admired by many may mean a person is having a good life. So they seek to own as much as they can. The latest gadgets, the biggest house in the best location, the most prestigious seat at events. And they're thrilled when others admire how well off they are. What many don't realize is that possessions are more of liabilities than assets. They lose value through depreciation. You have to spend on maintenance. So unless these possessions are helping you earn, leasing out houses or running a car rental business, for instance, most of your possessions actually make you a bit per every year. Now, that doesn't sound like a good life, does it? Possessing is not inherently bad. You do need a roof over your head and a phone to be able to communicate with loved ones. The problem starts when you attach more value to the possession itself than to what it gives to you. What you own then starts owning you, and your life starts to revolve around making sure your possessions are doing well instead of seeing to it that you use them to live your good life. So, what should you have to be able to say you are having a good life? Consider the following. Peace of mind. Having peace of mind does not necessarily mean that you never have to worry or be subject to stress. It simply means you know you can handle these situations. You've reached the point in life where you can easily retreat to your personal place of solace to take a short breather, then go out again and do whatever it is that needs doing. Now, this is not about dropping everything and running off to the Maldives every time you encounter some problems. It's about being able to step back to assess where you are and what you need to do. It's about having the strength to confidently say, things are not okay right now, but we can make it better if we stop for a while to think things out. Health. You've probably heard about someone who had it all but gave it all up to regain their physical health. Their life went from good to bad in a short time. Being physically fit will allow you to live life to its fullest. You can enjoy the things you do and have many more adventures because you have the bodily strength to do just that. So you eat a healthy diet, maintain a fitness routine, and sleep right. Good for you. But it doesn't end with the body. You need to also be mentally fit. This means you can think with clarity and make logical decisions. You also need to do mental workouts to keep your mind sharp. It's been said that a healthy mind and a healthy body go together. Then there are your heart and soul. Oh yes, emotional health is a thing. It's not about being positive all the time either. You do experience negative emotions now and then. Being emotionally healthy means you can acknowledge your feelings and be authentic about them. Spiritual wellness is about being grounded in what you believe and having a sense of purpose. When you are spiritually healthy, you have identified your values and your daily life manifests them. You know what you stand for and you show it. However, you are not arrogant and insist everyone around you aligns with your beliefs. Rather, you can accept that there are differences and relate with others despite the differences. Speaking of which, relationships. No man is an island, okay? You need to connect with others. We're a social species and we thrive on interactions. Living a good life means your relationships are stable. You know who your tribe is. You are not afraid to express your emotions to members of your inner circle. And they know they can rely on you as well. This doesn't mean you need to be always accessible. You need your alone time too. The ones close to you understand this and respect the boundaries you define. Your relationships are actually that good. It's also not about being closed off to the out crowd. You are open to new contacts, but you realize that not everybody will be in the same level when it comes to how you relate to them. Yet those levels are not permanent. People can move from one level to another depending on how you assess your relationship with them. Fulfillment. Personal fulfillment is finding alignment with the realist you. When you do, you will feel true joy and satisfaction. You'll know that your actions have made a positive impact in the lives of others, and you'll see that your life does have meaning. It begins by knowing yourself and recognizing your ultimate desires and deepest motivations. Where do you want to take your life and why? Then you work on growing and developing as a person moving toward your chosen destination. You will encounter hardships along the way, but you can count your successes. Small ones at first, but they will accumulate until eventually you recognize how far you've actually come. At that point, you will say that life is really good. Financial freedom. Finally, we show you the money. Financial freedom is not being the richest person in the world. It's about having enough that you will not have to worry about how to get the next meal for at least 5 years. All your bills will be paid. You have a little extra for when you do want to run off to the Maldives. And then some. Money will come on time for all you need. Even if it doesn't, you can rely on some contingency funds that you've put aside for emergencies. And that will be enough to start recovering from any setback that might require some additional spending. Life won't be perfect. It never is. But life is good from where you will be standing.